This must be very exciting for you to be able to, as I mentioned prior, collaborate and work with someone that. And I want to separate this because I don't want to make it the married couple, but musicians and creating is completely different from real world relationships and so have you. But it must be exciting for both of you to be able to come together in a whole different forum of life and create this music and be able to play it on stage. As most of us know, I don't because I'm not a musician, but it is exciting and thrilling to watch performers who are playing their music and they believe in their music. They're enjoying playing. They're not let's just say like more long-term bands where they're doing the job. You know, you're playing with your band, which by the way, now you have a stable lineup, correct?
Correct. Yes.
How is that?
It's awesome. It's because musicians are a very special species, and we are really lucky to say that we have a drama-free band. There's no egomaniac in the band, so we have a really awesome chemistry in the band, and that makes it a lot of fun to go on the road together and to hang out. We're all friends. It's
toxicity.
Yeah. It's an ideal scenario. I'm really lucky. I think now finally I won the band lottery.
When you perform songs off your latest release, it came out July of last year, and then you perform your older material, is there a shift in energy?
No, it actually blends in very well. It all, even though the two albums sound different, but that's also part of the production of the two albums. But when we play it live, it's channeled through what Lucifer is now. All of it goes through that filter, and it all works out together really well. Yeah.
Good. Talk to me about new music. Are you in the process of creating Lucifer 3, hypothetically, or?
No, we are. Will
it be called Lucifer 3?
Yes.
Oh, interesting. Wow, I caught that. Tell me a little bit about the process. Are you in the studio? Are you forming new music? You?
So both. We have the luxury of having our own studio on our property in Sweden, and so we can go in when we are not touring. And we started recording, and we hope to release the album next year, March 20th on Century Media.
Do you have all the songs already written? All already arranged?
Not all of it, but that's also the fun part of it, but a lot of it. We'd have enough stuff to fill a double album, but it's a question of what we will take onto the record in the end. If we write new stuff along the way, but it's gonna be kick-ass.
You both.
But I'm really excited about it. I have
can
to
imagine.
say, we actually we might play a new song tonight.
Have you performed any of the new material when you played live?
One song.
Oh, interesting. Do you think we'll be blessed here in Los Angeles to hear that, or are you waiting for Vegas?
No, we play it for you.
Let's mention Vegas. Tomorrow you'll be opening the Psycho Fest. You'll be playing with COC, Primitive Band, and amongst others. How do you feel about performing in Las Vegas?
I'm scared of the heat. Right. Other than that, I'm super excited. But we heard it's like 108.
Oh, that's not sick.
And we're playing outside, so I'm.
Oh, wow, you're playing outside? You're playing outside?
Yeah, they have, they changed venues, so the Hard Rock is not existing anymore. This year it will be at the Mandalay Bay Resort, and they have this giant stage outside in this pool area. It's ridiculous. And but it looks really cool, but I'm fearing the suffering from the heat because we are not, I'm pale as fuck, so.
Yeah. I say this respectfully to your wife. You're very lovely. I'm sure the sun and the temperatures are not going to affect you, but does it affect your vocals? As we've mentioned in both the differences of your albums, the one thing that stays persistent and consistent is your vocal range. What type of preparation do you do, and how are you able to sustain that, especially on tour?
Okay, my preparation is around 2 glasses of white wine, quite a few cigarettes, and then when stuff gets rough, I might drink a sage tea with honey, and I take a Vocal Zone pestle. It's the shit. Tom Jones uses it as well. That's what I do. I don't warm up. I get scolded for it by other singers. So far it works out. So no, but regarding Las Vegas, I mean, we played last year indoors and that was awesome.
Yeah, well, air conditioning.
Yeah, exactly. The show nowadays is very energetic, so there's a lot of stuff going down on stage.
Oh.
I might move slower. Maybe I become some sort of doom sloth or something. I have no idea. We'll see what happens. I do want to rock out and give it all, so I hope I'll see you on the other side.
Do you enjoy watching your wife perform? I mean, she's your wife, but she's also your front person. She's the pivot of what Lucifer is. Do you enjoy watching her perform on stage?
What kind of question is that?
Well, I'll get.
Of course I do.
Does it bother you when you see men in the audience also feeling the same way you're feeling?
No.
As long as they buy merchant records?
Yeah. They can't have what I have.
Yeah.
So, no, I love it. Of course I love it.
Both ways. Nick has a lot of female fans too, so I actually go around whenever he plays with Imperial, State Electric, or the Helicopters. There's a lot of female fans.
One of the things
I've
that
got a best seat in the house.
Yeah, you sure do.
I need a review mirror on the mic stand so I can see him all the time.
One of the things that I've always enjoyed about the Lucifer show, which I caught 4 years ago, was the fact that there's a real integrity and real honesty to the performance. When the record came out last year and I heard it, I did notice the difference and I did notice the shift in where you were going, but I liked the fact that it was still grounded. And I liked the energy where it seemed very happy. Are you happy now?
I'm extremely happy now, yes.
It's been a journey, hasn't it?
Yeah, it has been.
Yeah.
Yeah, Lucifer 1 was created through like darker times, definitely, and maybe that comes out in the music. But I think also, you know, I mean, of course, we will never stop flirting with the devil, you know.
This is his domain.
Exactly. No, but, you know, life is consisting of the contrast, you know, there's life and death and light and darkness, blah, blah. So I wanted to incorporate also the lighter side of things, you know, and the fun of rock and roll into the new incarnation of Lucifer. So, and that will continue. You'll find a lot of darkness, which is necessary, and you will find some up-tempo rock and roll stuff.
Would it be safe to say that it's balanced now?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally.
And
Yeah.
when you have balance, you know what? That brings longevity. Longevity when you have happiness and you have chemistry and you have balance, it brings longevity. With longevity, let me mention this. As I mentioned, Lucifer will be playing CycleFest tomorrow, the opening with COC, Primitive Man, and other bands. Will that be outside? That will be outside, you mentioned, right?
That's outside.
What time are you playing tomorrow?
We will play right before COC, I think 7 p.m., 7:30, something like that.
As we mentioned, Lucifer will be playing the CycleFest tomorrow. But this is interesting. For those of you that are fortunate to catch these minimal dates before you take off to Europe and I believe Japan as well.
No, we actually did that. Yeah,
How did you like playing Japan?
it was great. It was the second time for Lucifer. We played back then with Gaz and so on. It was, it's kind of insane to go all the way to Japan and get visas and to play only one show in Tokyo. So it's pretty mad, and it's awesome. I love going to Japan. The people are really, really sweet. Yes.
So let's mention these dates. The 17th, they'll be playing at the Great American Music Hall in San Francisco. Brian Liu, make sure you get out there. The 20th, Highline in Seattle, Washington. And of course, tonight here in Los Angeles.
And we're going to Vancouver the day after Seattle. So we're going to Canada as well. Just want to give a shout out to those Canadians. We love Canada too.
You know, right now, it seems here in the United States we're in very dark, toxic times. So,
My
as
condolences.
yeah, so as you know, music has always been a lifeboat, a life vessel to save those that are drowning. Lucifer 2, if you're feeling blue, Century Media Records, pick it up. If you're feeling a little darker, make sure you pick up Lucifer 1. That's still on Rise Above, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Lucifer 3, they're already working on it. Busy Bees, that'll be out on Century Media. With that, I want to say thank you very much for taking the time to talk to me. You are indeed the very loveliest creature that Satan has ever created. I want to thank you for allowing me to talk to your wife and your partner and your fellow bandmate. I wish you both health, happiness, financial stability, and above all, a shield against negativity and toxicity while you're in the United States.
I wish you the same. Thank you.
Thank you. And with that, we're out.